Oh no, dude. I'm just gonna say, forget it. Yep, Facebook doesn't get to see it. It's so strange. Just did it last night.
It's okay, happens.
I know. I just want people to see it, but oh, there it is. Now we're good. Awesome. What's up with you, Facebook? I don't complain about free technology, so I'm not gonna complain about
Yeah,
the
of course.
Facebook. All right, we're good. Share
Yay.
this into groups. Hello, hello. Getting ready to do an enlightened conversation with awesome Greta, who is out in Egypt right now. Hello, Egypt.
Hello.
All right, here we go. And now we're live on IG as well.
Everywhere. We live everywhere.
Awesome. Live with me. Tag you. You're just Greta, just your first and last name on IG, right? There's no dot or anything?
Bagordo.
Nice.
Greta Bagordo.
Live with at Greta. B-A-G-A-R-D.
Bagordo. Bagordo.
Got it. On Zoom. All right, awesome. Let's do it. Thank you for bearing with me, Greta, with this
Thank you for inviting
technology.
me.
Now the fun part, we actually get to talk. Awesome. Been a technology challenge this morning. Get off me. All right. Recording.
Yeah, there is so much technology going on. I mean, of course, on
So
Facebook,
much.
on YouTube, on Instagram, on everywhere.
It's on Periscope. It's even on Twitch right now. Which.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
It's mostly used for video games, but I don't play video games, so I was like, well, if you guys are going to do live streaming, you guys can get some personal growth as well.
That's amazing.
Most platforms start
Nice.
off as one thing and then turn into everything. So, Instagram started off as people just taking like a photography app, and now it's like
Yes.
everything. So everything evolves.
Yes.
So might as well get on there now.
And then the stories, and then the lives.
Yeah.
Everything evolves.
All right, let's do it. All right, you guys, welcome to another episode of Enlightened Conversations. Really excited for today and to introduce you guys to an awesome guest. One of the few times that I actually know the person that I'm speaking with, in almost every episode, I think, except for maybe like 3 or 4. This has been the first time I talked to the guest, and Greta and I met maybe about a year ago in Miami. Greta is in
almost a year.
Yeah, time flies. Back when we could actually access the beach and things. In the future, I'm sure we'll be able to access the beach again. Greta's right now in Egypt. She can access the beach where she is in Egypt.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to hop on a flight to Egypt.
Yeah, not really, but I'm going anyway.
Greta can.
They are actually close.
You can't. She can.
Yeah, I can. I can go to the beach. I'm lucky enough.
I love it. Greta is originally from Italy, and just an awesome human. You can see by the beautiful artwork that you can see visible. Greta's a tattoo artist, and she does awesome work. I actually thought about sharing a couple pictures from your profile. I could do it here so people could see some of your stuff, but you guys definitely want to go follow what she's doing when it comes to that.
You definitely want to follow me.
Yeah. I'll make sure that you guys have easy access to all of her stuff. But I'm excited to just talk to her today and get to know her a little better and introduce her to you guys. And without further ado from me, just want to introduce you guys to Greta. And you can share with the audience so they're more familiar with you, like who you are, what you do, which I kind of just hinted at, but why you do it and why you love it so much and all those good things.
Oh, There is the prayer going on right now again. Can you still hear me?
You're good. We'll give more culture,
Okay.
more culture in the podcast.
Yeah, I live right by the mosque, so this is happening 5 times a day. It's the call to the prayer. Well, you say already something about me. I'm Greta. I'm 26. I'm being born and raised in Italy, and I'm now traveling the world since 3 or 4 years tattooing. So it's pretty amazing. I've been in a lot of amazing places and meeting incredible people and having magical experience all over the world now, and I'm happy.
I love it. Yeah, your social media is very interesting. Your Instagram, you've been tons of places. I've seen you
I can't hear you anymore.
because of the sound where you are, or is it because of my sound?
Your mic, like, I think you were covering the microphone.
Oh,
Maybe it was like
better now.
yeah. Now you're good.
Okay. So I've seen you tattooing all over the place in Hong Kong, Hawaii. I've seen pictures,
Yeah,
tons of places.
Shanghai, Vegas, now in Egypt,
That's the
around USA and Europe. Yeah,
that's the cool thing about what you do is being able to do it anywhere. And I always love when
yeah,
anybody is doing things they're passionate about because I'm just happy for them because it's just way more fun to live life when you're enjoying what you're doing. So
yeah.
how did you like? Did you always know that? Were you? I'm sure you were probably into art as like a young child and drawing and stuff. Because I also see you. I've seen you drawing, which I didn't even know you could do. Like I've seen you doing little drawings on your iPad and stuff, and
Yeah,
it's almost like you don't need paper anymore. You can actually draw like for real.
yeah. You actually don't need paper anymore. It's crazy. It's incredible. Yeah, I've been drawing since forever. Like since I was really really young, and then I did artistic high school in Milano, in Italy. And then after 1 year I graduated, I was like thinking about what I can do in my life that makes me happy, and I wanted to start tattooing. So I tried on myself.
On yourself.
I tattoo myself. Yeah, I tattoo myself with a friend machine at her place one evening. I was 19, and I loved it. I was like, wow, this is cool. I want to do it. Then I did the school. It was just like 90 hours that are teaching you all the hygienic things about tattooing and the machines and the needles. They don't really teach you how to tattoo because this is impossible. You just need a lot of practice, of course. And I did that, and then I started immediately to work as an apprentice in one tattoo shop. And then I was working by myself privately, and then I started to travel. Then I was in Germany for 2 years, and then I started to travel all over the place. And now it's 5 years that I'm tattooing. Yeah.
I love it. I
definitely 6 years.
You guys definitely have to see Greta's work. I'm really contemplating. Maybe at the end of this episode, I'll share a couple pictures from your YouTube page. I can bring them on the screen, and they can see them here. So when people watch this on YouTube later, because I love seeing like literally you could take something that you would draw on paper and like put it on someone's body, and it looks like 3D almost. It's awesome.
I love it. The best part is about making people happy. Like it's just incredible when someone come in with an idea and you can just transfer, like create this idea and then put it on their skin forever. It's just incredible, and it makes me happy to see them happy with the result, and it's beautiful. Especially now that I can travel around the world, it's just amazing because people been following me on Instagram, and they say like, hey, whenever you come to New York. Let me know because I want to get a piece done by you. So once I'm gonna go in New York, I can tattoo them, so I can finally meet these people and we can finally have this amazing experience together. It's just beautiful.
I love it. So I have a question for you. And when we met, it was awesome to discover. I love when the universe brings me in awesome people's path, and then we start having a conversation and discovered early on as we started talking about energy and law of attraction and just things that. I noticed that you had like a light bulb moment in your life where you had become aware of some things that had obviously benefited your life, and I'm always curious for everybody because I know all of us come into this world as just little like unconditional, loving little babies, and we're just looking around, enjoying life. And then for a lot of us, as we get a little older and we're kids, and we start comparing ourselves to others. Maybe we don't know if we're like good enough, or we start thinking maybe they're better than us or any of this stuff. But then when we can realize like how we're all connected, how we're all one, and we discover these things as we get older, it just opens up for us and it becomes so much more fun. How did your journey go when it comes to that? Like, how did you kind of become aware of the things you're aware of now?
I started learning about law of attraction when I was 19, and that was already something like the first step to get me into awareness. Then I started to tattooing, and as I say, I started to travel and have all these amazing experience. And then actually there were a pretty bad moment in my life, and right after I started to meditate, I was in China, and I got this acupuncture
Mm-hmm.
treatment, right?
Yep.
And then I started to learn about chakras, and I started to meditate, and that completely brought me to another level of enlightenment in my life, for sure. And this was September 18, and after that I just started to live my life in a completely different way, and everything was just amazing. Like every little experience I was having was just on the next level. You know what I mean? And all these people that I was attracting, and they were attracted from me. Like it was just coming together. Am I explaining myself right?
Absolutely. Well, I love everything you just described, and especially like the meditation journey, which I've been seeing more and more people going on there. Actually, Greta's running she's doing a 21-day meditation that I've started to see some people doing out there, and inviting people to go on their own meditation journeys. And meditation is such a huge part of my journey as well. Did you have someone that just suggested it to you, or you just started trying it yourself, or how did that work?
No, yeah, exactly. So I was having this bad moment of my life. I was having anxiety. I don't know the reason. Like I was traveling. I was happy. I was in a relationship, and I started not feeling well. Like my body was just like having anxiety. I was just something that was going on that I didn't know why, because I was pretty happy and I was already believing in the law of attraction. So basically, I had all I wanted at that time. Then the relationship finished, and I was in China, and I was still having these bad feelings. And yes, I did this acupuncture treatment, the one where they put the needles inside of your body for healing.
Mm-hmm.
Acupuncture, yeah.
You're saying you're saying it right. You have your Italian accent on it, but we know you're saying it perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so I was in China, and I had this treatment by Dr. Shu, and I remember there was this huge library inside of the studio, and I was just curious about all this knowledge, and I asked him, like, after the treatment, if he could recommend me some books I could read for learn more about chakras and energy and all of this. So he recommended me a few books, and when I arrived in my apartment in the evening, I just started to search on Google about chakras. And after chakras, how you can balance your chakra, I found out about meditation. I was like, I need to do that right now. So I started to do it immediately by myself, so self-taught meditation, just about like balancing my chakras. And in 1 week, I was a new person. It was just amazing. I was completely like reborn after this, and it was just incredible. The few trips I took after were just like, I was okay. I'm here for a reason, and I'm meeting these people for a reason. Like just crazy scenarios. I was, for example, in Hawaii in the forest with these people I just met like a few hours ago, completely random, and we were there talking about energy and law of attraction, and like we are all one, and we were like, we are here for a reason right now. Like we are talking to each other in this forest for a reason. It was just magical. And also about my job, about my tattooing journey. I found out how it's important to, like, it's not just I'm tattooing people. Like before, it was fun. I was tattooing people. Okay, fine, but it's about really connect with the client, with this person that you're tattooing, and it's that something like so powerful because it's really all about energy and vibration as well. So I'm putting all my energy with my machine into your skin forever. It's something like really, really, how can you say, intense, you know. Also the journey of the tattoo for the client, like going through the pain to get something on yourself that you want, of course, forever, is such a thing like life, you know, that once you get through the pain, like you have to go through the pain to then have something beautiful. It's like learning a lesson. You know what I mean?
You said so many beautiful things right there, Greta. You inspired me in several ways just there. I'm going to highlight some things for,
Nice.
For the audience. And
Nice.
what's really cool, and you're obviously noticing this, and I'm excited for anybody out there that when they have like an aha moment, you know, like Greta had with the acupuncture and then discovering the chakras and then from there discovering the meditation and then from there, like it's a never ending journey for all of us. Like once we like discover, you know, and we're open, you know, to no one said, here, Greta, like read these. She said, do you have any books? Like she was open to it. So she wanted to discover more about, you know, who she was and, you know, what was going on. And I'm so excited for anybody out there that is in that, you know, that's taking part in that discovery for themselves right now. And if you're listening to this podcast, obviously you are, because it's all we talk about. It's all I talk about with the guests. So I'm just excited because for all of us, it's a never-ending journey, and you know we can attract whatever is meant for us, whatever we need on our journey next, like when we're ready for it. So we don't have to know all the secrets of the universe. Like we will never know all the secrets of the universe, and it's not necessary for us to. But we'll have what we need when we need it, and we can always trust that. And also, what you said when it comes to, I love what you said so much because I can feel any type of arts whenever the artist is putting their energy and their vibration, their frequency into the art that they're creating. I can feel that. All of us can. I specifically tune into it and can feel, like, for instance, if someone's making like a song, like people ask me what kind of music do I like, and I said it's just the vibe. Like I could just feel the frequency. So it could be any genre, but if I could feel like the frequency that the artist had and it like resonates with me, then it goes on. Like I have a playlist called High Vibe. I have a playlist called Euphoria. I have another playlist that doesn't have a name, but it's like my favorite playlist that is for awesome times of life. So we won't talk about that playlist right now. But my point is, any art that we're creating, like we can feel the artist's vibration. And Greta just mentioned that when it comes to tattooing someone, and that's super powerful because you're giving someone art on their body that's permanent. And for you to be aware of what you're aware of, and you're putting all that energy and just loving what you do and putting that love basically onto their body, like you're tattooing with love.
Yeah,
you know,
it's magical. I can't even explain it. And before I say, like, I started to tattoo and I was tattooing, okay, fine. But then I took it to another level. I think meeting some artists from Hawaii brought me to the level of consciousness while tattooing. Like, it's something much more than just the tattoo itself, you know. As I say, it's like all about energy, and it's just amazing.
Absolutely. I remember I was telling you yesterday, me and Greta did a live Instagram on her page yesterday. And I think before we went on there, maybe during or maybe after, one of the times, we were talking about crystals. And I was telling you that I had recorded an episode with someone that, you know, was able to, you know, tune into the frequency of the crystal and then match that with, you know, her clients and, you know, to be able to match them with the crystal. I didn't realize this then, but that was the episode that I was editing last night after we spoke, and that's coming out today. So,
yay!
But just, I mean, another example. I mean, for all of us as human beings, if we realize that we can tune into these energies and frequencies, and if we're creating anything, if we're able to just flow that, you know, just that excited, passionate, just loving, you know, energy into whatever we're doing, we're so much more powerful. And the reason why, like, no matter what you guys believe in out there, what you might call it, like when we're in a passion, or if we're, even if we're at just peace and calm, if we're just like chilling, if we're, enjoying life, if we're in a good mood, if our energy feels one that we like, we're connected with God, the universe, all that is, source, spirit, whatever you want to call that non-physical energy that is flowing through all of us, and we're just different expressions of it. Like you call Greta because you see the physical, like shell, the avatar that she's in. You call me Noel, but the energy that's flowing through us, it's, you call it whatever you want to call it, but that's who all of us truly are. And when we're talking about frequency and energy, it's just a matter of being connected with that so that we can be more powerful in whatever it is that we're putting our attention and our energy on. So I love how you describe that. That's because then people will look at their tattoo like forever, and they can feel that frequency that you put into them.
Totally.
Yeah.
Actually, you can touch some tattoos and feel the energy.
It's I believe it. I love it.
It's pretty crazy.
I never thought about it.
Once I did that, was even more into it.
Those are new?
Like, yes, I got them 2 months ago.
Okay.
And it's like such a powerful meaning for me, because that's how I create with my hands,
Absolutely.
And I just put love in it.
I love it. I knew those. I hadn't noticed those. It's hard to, when you have a tattoo artist friend, or it's hard to notice like the new ones because you've got so many.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I got 2 new tattoos, and those are my favorite. I love them.
I love it.
So painful, but it was a process. It was really painful, but I had to go through this to then be happy with my new tattoos.
So that's for all of us out here that have tattoos. That's a painful place. The hands.
It's really painful.
I can imagine, because you just have to take. So you didn't do those yourself?
No. I didn't. No.
Very nice. I love it. I'm getting a tattoo from you. I've already told you this before. At some point, I am. I just don't know what
Absolutely.
I have 7. I just don't know what For me, I get super inspired about something, and then I'll get it. But I know the artist of the next one.
You have pretty meaningful tattoo as well.
It's true.
The meaning of your tattoos are pretty.
And at significant parts of my journey as well. I went years without getting one because it was almost like a rediscovery part of my life. And I didn't realize this, but there was, as I was rediscovering myself, going from being an athlete, because I have tattoos that were symbolic of that time for me when I was playing sports and thought I was going to be a professional athlete. And then when I wasn't, and I was kind of going through a time of like discovering and becoming aware of all this stuff that we're talking about. Like I don't have any on my body in that period. And then once I discovered, now I have things like feel good and life is amazing and perfect timing, and like just different things that are just the most important parts of life for me now. So,
I remember this.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's also a good thing. Like people come to you to get a new tattoo. Sometimes just because it looks good and it's pretty and I want it, but other times it's because there is something going on in their life, which is a change, which is sometimes also something bad, like maybe they lost someone, So it's a particular moment of their life, and it makes it even more special for me and for them.
Absolutely. So question for you. We're at a really interesting time in like humanity right now, and different than what we're used to in our lifetime. Everybody alive right now is different than what we were used to. So I'm just curious, like what you're excited about. Obviously, things are evolving, and none of us know exactly what the new version of Earth is going to look like exactly. But I am excited that people have been asking themselves questions as far as what areas of their life do they want to see evolve, and maybe what they want to see evolve in the world, and all these things. What are you excited about, whether it be personally that you're excited to, as far as your journey, or for humanity, or anything?
Well, personally, of course, I just got this really good news, so I can finally come back to the United States and move to Miami. So it's gonna take my career to the next level, because I'm gonna work in this amazing tattoo shop. They are super amazing. You will meet them. They are like, their energy is just something else, and I'm so excited about this. Beside myself, my career, my journey, I'm excited because I think people is really getting aware and it's coming together right now, because there is so much going on, and there is people that is getting aware, like they started to understand what's going on in the world about the society and the government, and just even like with the nature, people. I mean, the nature now, the air, all the pollution
Mm-hmm.
is getting lower because of people is stuck at home. So the air is getting more fresh. We can see fishes in Italy, like we can see dolphins in South Italy. There were never dolphins and stuff like that. So about the planet, I'm really happy about it because I know that it's getting like cleaner and better. So that's amazing. About the people, yeah, I think they understanding, like, also I don't want to be that in my life anymore. Like I don't want to be a product of the society and just work 12 hours a day every day to make money for my boss. Maybe people is like recreating themselves during this moment, you know. So they start to understand that we are not that. We are these amazing things with energy, and that's so much more in life that they can do.
I love it. Absolutely. I agree 100%. I'm so excited for everybody out there that I didn't stop you. You were,
and plus,
keep going, keep talking.
Yeah, no, I wanted to say something. Yeah, I wanted to say something else. Like, and they are also understanding that there is no difference. Like, we are really all one. You know, there is no poor, no rich. Like, once this virus went all over the world, like we are all the same, and people is understanding this. So no matter how famous you are, how rich you are, how whatever, like we are all the same because we are all in the same situation right now. So I think also this is bringing people together, you know, and we have to be even positive for each other. And I'm seeing a lot of positive things going on. Like it's good. I'm happy. I think we like everything happens for a reason and on time. Like I'm sorry for all the people that is dying and all the doctors that are like doing amazing jobs in the hospital because like at least in Italy like there is a lot of things going on which is not good, but beside that like I see a lot of positive things about it. So I think it happened for a reason. Like we really needed to like there is a shift going on for sure about humanity.
100%. 100%. It's a really great reminder. I mean, for all of us, like any challenges that we've had in our lives personally, like leading up to now, it caused shifts in our own life because it causes us to ask the questions of, wow, this experience, like I really don't want to experience anything like this again. Like, what do I want to experience? And then for those that choose to focus on the journey as far as this is what I do want to experience, will find themselves manifesting those areas of life. They'll create momentum and manifest things that they want. Same thing for us right now as humanity. Individually, we're asking questions on what do we want to see change, and right now we don't want to be isolated and not be able to go enjoy the nature and all of these things. So now we can ask the questions like, what do we want to see, and actually come together and work together to improve our lives, our communities, and the humanity as a whole. So I'm excited for what's evolving, and my recommendation for everybody out there is really just get really clear on what part of this world, starting with just your own life that you want to see, evolve and to move and create momentum in, and be just really excited that even right now you don't have to have all the answers as far as how that's going to evolve or when or where or who needs to be involved or any of these things, but like we talked about at the beginning of the episode, once we're open to it and we're able to receive answers, when the timing is right for us. And right now people are receiving a lot of answers because there's a lot of asking and a lot of openness to answers coming. And people have a lot of extra time on their hands to receive
exactly.
answers.
A lot of time to just sit there and think,
Absolutely.
Which can be like good and also bad. Like I see a lot of people that are going through traumas, like all your traumas that maybe are unhealed are coming back to you, But this is a chance for us to heal our traumas. So move on and be like the best version of ourselves.
Absolutely.
I also wanted to say another thing. I forgot.
It'll come back to you. Always
yes.
does. Thoughts always return to to the mind of to the mind when it's ready. As long as you just don't stress on it, they just pop back in when you're ready for it to come.
Right, right. I'm trying
Super.
with the same energy.
Oh, I've told you this tip before.
Yes, you've done that. I'm using it all the times.
Very useful tip for someone, especially like me, that my mind goes in different places. So I have to.
That's the thing. Yeah.
I have to accept that sometimes thoughts are going to go play over there, and then they'll come back when they're ready.
Yes.
So it'll pop back to you. But my question for you, and then it'll come back in perfect timing. You've shared awesome things like this whole time, and I'm always curious because the internet is going to live for a long time. Like people will listen to this episode when it's released in a few weeks, and then they'll discover it 50 years from now, and they'll be like, "Who's this awesome Greta human?" And they'll look you up, and you'll be doing whatever awesome things that you're doing at that time. And so I was just curious, like, what your message will be for them. Anything, it could be any area of life, anything that you feel would be important, that you feel would help them. For some things that you've discovered in your life. You've been mentioning these things the whole time, so anything that flows out.
Like it's a lot about self-love and self-confidence for me. Like that's the main thing I'm trying to spread right now on always since I started to like post my life, my tattoo, and myself on social media. It was about self-love and self-confidence, especially for women, we are always like struggling with our body, like I'm not pretty enough, or she's more pretty than me, or blah blah blah, whatever. And it was since always a lot about that. Like once you really love yourself, you can literally attract anything in your life. That's like for me, it's the main thing. It's like really really important. And then to be kind and to do what you love, and to never give up on your dreams, as I was saying yesterday. That's the main thing. But once you have the self-love, and you are powerful, you can just do anything in life. And right now I'm trying to promote more about connecting to our inner self, so through meditation. That's also another good thing I like to share people. I just want to make people understand how powerful they are, because we all are, and we all are amazing, and we all have a purpose in life that we can find out connecting to our inner self, which is amazing. I just want to spread love, as I was saying yesterday.
Well, you're being an amazing example of it. So that's the best way that you or any of us can do it, is by being love, and then we can spread what we're being. So that's what I've got the impression from you since I've met you, and then also on your social media, is more than anything, like you're being the light, so that when others are seeing you, like they can be inspired, and when they realize, like when they start doing some of the inner, becoming aware of the things that you're talking about, becoming, what's going on, who we truly are, then they realize, wait a minute, I'm that light too. So the light I see in Greta, they're realizing is reflecting from them. And that's what I want for every human being out there, because in truth, the Atlantic Ocean's right here, and all we are is, if the ocean is representative of all that is, all the universe, all that is, we're all individual, we're all the waves of the ocean, all of us. And so, the waves aren't looking at each other and, comparing like, oh, that wave is, cuter than me, or bigger than me, or more blue, or, warmer than me. Like, they're not. Like, it's just, without all of the waves, we wouldn't have an ocean, and we wouldn't have, all that is in this example. So that's you out there. Just like Greta said, everybody has a purpose, and, it's really in alignment with whatever feels best to you, whatever you're drawn to. And it's nothing that you're required to do. Like, nobody here is required to do anything. You didn't come here because you have to do this thing, or else you failed as a human. It's not how it works. Like, literally, all of us are just different expressions of the same non-physical energy, and that can give us a ton of confidence. And you mentioned confidence, because once we realize that nobody's any better or worse than anyone else, because we're all the same, we're made up of the same stuff. We just are different expressions of it. We just look different and talk different, but we're the same stuff. Like, when you really break it down, like if you put us under a microscope, we're for sure the same stuff. We're just like little atoms and molecules, like running around. So,
even more, we are the same as nature. Like, we really all one together, like even with the nature, the animals, and really, if you see in the microscope, we are all the same, like everything. We just energy.
Absolutely.
This is like Jenny. Amore.
You see somebody?
I think my best friend connected.
How did you see her? Oh, I see her too.
I don't know.
I see her too.
I think she's right.
You saw I didn't see the name. You saw the name for me. You have
I
a different
saw
setting.
Jenny, and I know it's she.
If Jenny has anything she wants to add or share, she can. We can bring her on too.
Probably. She has so much to share with the world as well. Like as she's saying, we are part of it. Progetto Divino, divine project. Divine project. Why can you see me?
Wait, I can see you. Yeah. I love what you were just saying, Greta. It was so awesome. And just what we just shared, you guys, when this is out, rewind and listen to Greta's last part again, when she was sharing about just everything that she just shared as far as what she wants to, the example that she's wanting, that she's being for humanity as far as just being love and just being in her passion. And it's awesome. Being kind, like that's all, like everything that she just mentioned that's who we truly are.
She just typed, yes, we are part of a divine project. Love you guys. But why can't she speak? Do you have to unblock her microphone?
Maybe she doesn't want to speak. Maybe she just wants to. I think she typed that because she.
Okay, you don't have to. It's fine.
Jenny, Greta's trying to pull you on to the live. You can, but
of course.
I love it.
I love you. I love her so much. She's my little ray of sunshine.
She's in Italy right now?
Yeah, she's in Italy right now, but she's moving to the States as well really soon.
Awesome.
This is crazy because we met when we were like 4 years old, and we grew up together, and then we lost each other a little bit because of just different paths in life, and we just reunited again like last year. And now we are moving together in the United States for 2 different reasons, in 2 different cities, but at the same time. And it's just, I cannot access to my mic, but I'm here. Okay. Thanks for watching and be here with us. So we are moving at the same time to the States, and she's also an incredible human. She's like amazing, full of light and love, and she has so many things to share with the world as well. She's an artist as well. She's a singer, and she's also a writer, writing songs, and it's just so powerful what she can do with music, and I'm excited to see her sharing this with the planet really soon.
Jenny, I will bring you on for a conversation anytime you want. If you want to be on as a guest, 100%.
Yes.
For me, I just know if a conversation, A, will be fun, which all of these are fun for me. So, and B, if it will impact or inspire one human, then it's worth having, to me. And that's why I share these like I do and do them live and all this stuff, because for us, all of us, it is a great reminder for everybody out there. Like we can get, once we talked about at the beginning, how if we're open to new awarenesses coming to us when we're ready for them, that can come from anywhere and anyone at any time. And when we realize that, we can be open for the conversation that you might have that might be 30 seconds with the grandma waiting across the street. And then all of a sudden, you just never know when the new, like, oh, that's interesting. Like because life is just universal law, and then everything else is possibility. So if we're just open to possibility and it coming from anywhere at any time, then it will continue to come.
That's the thing, it's so unpredictable. Life is so unpredictable. Like you will never know what's happening to you in the next 20 minutes. Really, you just cross the street, go grocery shopping or whatever, and you can meet the most amazing human and have the most fulfilling experience. Like you just never know, and it's so exciting. Really,
I'm so inspired to share this, Greta. You just inspired me so much because I will keep it. I like to keep things 100 and real with everybody out there, and it's just really good to know. This is a great reminder for all of us. It's always possible, like the possibilities are unlimited, like we just described. And at the same time, because life is just one ongoing synchronicity, meaning things that we just can never predict that are happening, like, oh, interesting. But as humans, a lot of times we like to talk about, especially like in the spiritual world, the synchronicities that we really love, that we're like really excited about. When you meet a person that you didn't know existed 5 seconds ago, and then all of a sudden you're vibing with them. Awesome synchronicities. We all love those. But here's the thing to be reminded for all of us. If we leave our house and we're in a good mood, then these synchronicities happen a lot. Like you meet people, you have good ideas, like you appreciate nature, you see a bird that you've never seen that type of bird, or you see two birds like flying together. You just, life is just like magical, and you're just enjoying yourself because it's reflecting out. Like it's in response to your energy, to your vibration. Let's talk about the flip side though, really quick. If we leave the house in a crap mood, just know that the parts of, because I just look at life as a movie. So what you're going to see in the scenes of your movie for that day, it could be a lot of drama. It could be like, just rough interactions with other people, things that, you couldn't predict, but just aren't that fun to experience. So yeah, these are a part of life, but regardless of where someone is on their awareness journey, if we just focus and just realize on that how we present ourselves to the world based off of what's going on inside of us is how the world's going to respond to us. And it's just not, so let's not leave the house in a crap mood and be like, everybody out here is just like a jerk today. Like, well, if we're seeing the jerk in others, like maybe it's a good indication of maybe some jerk that's going on in us right then and there. And just good to know. I'm not saying you're wrong for it, but let's just be aware of that, because life could be super magical, and it is super magical if we allow it to be, and it could also be pretty rough if we allow it to be as well.
Something amazing I learned. It was completely random. I was in Miami with my friend, and he has a dog, and we were about to walk the dog, and he said to the dog, "Hey, Lola, the dog name is Lola. Are you ready to have the best walk of your life?" To the dog. And then I was like, really interesting. Like, do you imagine waking up every morning and say that to yourself? Like, "Hey, good morning, Greta. Are you ready to have the best day of your life?" And he was like, "Wow, this is great." I was like, really? And that's how you have to go through life. Like, if you just wake up like that every morning, you're going to have the most amazing day. And another thing you were saying, like, see the birds and be happy. I see beauty everywhere. Like, I just really go out and I'm happy really seeing a bird, or maybe a flower, or maybe a kid playing and smiling with another kid, or anything. It's just like seeing the beauty and be happy about it and be grateful for it. It just makes a huge impact in your life, because it's also a lot about perspective. Like, maybe we're going out in the same street and I see flowers, and maybe you just see the red that is like working, and you're like, "Oh, the red, look." And I see, "Oh my God, flowers, it's so beautiful," So it's really a lot about perspective. And once you have this mindset of like, "Oh my God, a flower, a bird flying, or the sun is shining," like, your life is just...
I love it. Such a great reminder, Greta. And the cool thing about what Greta's just describing is the momentum. Like, I love talking about energy and momentum. So you could see the flower, and because you're appreciating the flower, like, your energy like goes up. And then all of a sudden you appreciate the sunshine, and then the breeze and the warm rays on your skin, and like your energy is just climbing. And then as your energy is climbing, that's a lot of times because you're in such a good mood that now you can see another human being, and like you guys could have an awesome interaction. It's just momentum can just
people
go.
just feel it, and they just attracted to you. Like, there's gonna be someone complimenting you, or like, have a great day, and you have a beautiful smile because you're just happy and smiling. It's crazy because now I just remember, like, one time I was walking, I was in Hawaii, of course. Like, I was so blessed and grateful to be I was going to work, I was going to the tattoo shop, and I was walking, and I was like, and I saw this, I don't know how it's called in English, someone that cannot see, so they go around with a stick. I don't know how it's called. It was blind, a blind person, and he literally smiled to me, like meters away from me. He started to smile to me, like he could feel my energy. And then we passed like next to each other. He said something like, "Good morning, beautiful." And I was like, "Hello." Like, he could literally feel it, that I was like meters away from him, and he could feel my energy. It was just, I wanted to cry. It was beautiful.
I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, it's that we all can feel energy if we allow ourselves to, and it's and people that have senses like their sight gone, they can feel a lot of times because they're more in tune with all the rest of the senses. So animals also can feel our vibe. Like, if you notice, like, butterflies landing on you, or like ladybugs, or just different little things. Like, they can feel your energy.
Yes.
Like, I have a story that all animals love me
Absolutely.
because I love them, and so they're like always coming up to play and like chilling and like
Beautiful.
yeah. So I love this so much. Great reminders, Jenny. You're awesome. You're giving like a little chiming in. I keep clicking on your thing because you look at the world with your inner side, so deeper than just your eyes. 100%.
Where do you write? Where do you read this?
The little chat. You hit the little chat button on there, and you can see it.
Little what?
I don't think you can see it when I click on here, but I open up
Because
the chat.
I could see before, but now.
You didn't miss anything. I read everything that she said. He's awesome. We'll definitely have a conversation, Jenny. It'll be fun. I could totally bring you on right now, audio. I know how to take your microphone. If you really wanted to talk and say hi to everybody, I could bring you on. But this has been fun, Greta. We've shared some awesome energy, and I know the audience is enjoying this and will enjoy this. I'm going to end on Instagram, and then I haven't been doing this, but I'm going to look on Facebook really quick just to see if there's any like urgent questions that will just like people just like, I have to know this from Greta. Doing this, I think we're good though. Really quick, hello. Okay, just people saying hi. We're awesome. Well, no, this has been fun, Greta, and I'm excited for people to hear this when this comes out on iTunes and Spotify and everywhere else. And you guys definitely share this episode. It'll be super valuable for people. Greta gave lots of really good reminders for all of us, and it's just beautiful how you shared your journey as far as just you got to a point in your life where you were ready for your life to evolve and for you to become aware of things that up to that point you weren't aware of yet. And for all of us, like, it's always a great time for us to become more aware of things that right now we're not aware of, because no matter how aware we become in this lifetime, there's always going to be more things to become aware of that are useful for us on our journey. So none of us know it all, and just be open and excited for whenever the next synchronicity comes to bring you awesome life experience and people and places and ideas and all these wonderful things. You're muted. I just unmuted you though. Hold on, you're muted.
Oh,
there you go.
These 21 days of abundance. One of the days is teaching about synchrodestiny. So it doesn't call it synchronicity; it's called it synchrodestiny. It's really interesting.
Super interesting. Yeah. Always happening. Yeah. Always responding to our vibe. The synchrodestiny part, I will say, I've never heard those words, but what that means to me is anytime we decide that we want to see something in life, whether it be in our health, our relationships, abundance, whether it be time, money, whatever it is, immediately there's a path that lights up for us to move towards that, whatever that is. And at the same time, based off of our vibe, our frequency, our energy, those things start to move towards us as well. So we're moving towards those things that are being attracted to us in the form of synchronicities. And when we're off a little bit, like, it's part of the human experience. If we're in like a crap mood, or we're like blaming, the world or others, all that, just know that the path is still there. We're just not on it.
Exactly.
You're just on a path. Just you're in the. You're off in somewhere else for now, and you'll come back. Like, you'll be back. Like, when you come back to being at peace, like, you can be back on the path again. But it's okay. You could spend as much time as you want off the path. Like, nobody's going to make you wrong for it. Greta and I are over here ready to play with you on your path. So join us, and it's something, we're human too. So sometimes we might be off the path, and we'll come back and play with you. So it's all good.
Absolutely, yeah. That's important to always come back to that place of inner quiet. 100%. That's how the guided meditation says all the time before you're starting to meditate, and they say go back to that inner place, the place of inner quiet, like, where you just like at peace.
Those tattoos are cool on your hands. I like those for you. Those are awesome. I love it. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing positive vibes with me. And
anytime, we can do this anytime.
Yeah, we'll do some more stuff, some more collaborations for sure. Greta we've been talking about universal abundance and all the stuff with that. So you guys out there, stay tuned for more stuff when it comes to that, because that is what we're talking about. It's the way that I'm telling people, as far as what my vision is for humanity right now, is if we can allow ourselves to have our conscious awareness uplifted and also help others have theirs uplifted, that in and of itself is, really the most awesome part of life, to just uplift each other and to have ourselves be uplifted. And then at the same time, we could take it a step further and help each other have the abundance, money, time, anything that matters to you, having more than enough. And because of coming together and helping each other uplift each other's awareness and our consciousness, we can monetize in a way and enjoy life in a way where everybody out there can be free, everybody out there can be abundant, and just enjoying life however you want to enjoy it. So
there is infinity source. Like, it's not like, oh, if he's having so much money, then I have to be poor because he's having all the money. Like, there is enough of abundance for everyone. Like, it's really an infinity source out there. Like, the universe is just like
absolutely
infinite.
Yeah, you're saying it. You
got the point.
I always tell people, because I only speak in one language, so I'm very limited when it comes to communicating with you guys out there. I'm just so happy when you're using English words. I don't care how you say it, I know exactly what you're saying. I'm so appreciative, because if you were using Italian words, I'd just be like, oh, well, I'm sure it was something awesome, but I have no idea. So I don't get to be choosy with how people say English words. I'm just very appreciative that you're using them, so I know what you're saying.
Okay. Yes. Perfect.
Technology coming soon. I keep affirming that it'll be coming soon. That will allow us all to connect. Just stay tuned for that. I'm not creating it, but I will be spreading it for sure.
Not creating, but I will spread it.
Awesome. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day, Greta. I appreciate you for sharing love with all of us. You guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys share this episode, and thank you guys out there that have been rating and reviewing the podcast, and you're making it easier for people to find it. You can leave multiple reviews, so if you haven't left a review on iTunes yet, do it. If you've already left one, leave another one. Tell Greta how awesome she is, and I'll screenshot it and send it to her for sure.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you too, Jenny. I appreciate your positive vibes, and look forward to meeting you here in the U.S. and Greta, you coming back to the U.S. and
of course,
Miami will
be. I can't wait, guys. Really, like, we're gonna be all together soon, like in real life. That's so amazing.
the beach will be open by then, I'm sure. So.
Oh my God, yes, for sure.
Losing my tan?
Can't wait.
Awesome.
I'm getting there. Okay, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream and I'll say bye to you. But you guys have an amazing day whenever you hear this, whether it's now or 50 years from now. Appreciate you all. We'll talk to you guys soon. Awesome. All right, let me stop the stream.